Oh, you mean you don't know? Says your boy Yardman Ethan. And before we get into this video, I need to remind you guys to subscribe and keep the vibe. Ding, dong, done. Less than 10 seconds. That is the average attention span of humans nowadays, especially with the rise of social media and the fact that internet access is abundant like water in the sea. Our attention span is comparable to that of a goldfish. Now the question is, for marketing professionals, is how are you going to fit messages into industry mandated 15 to 30 second advertisements? When people are not paying attention to longer ads, what do you do as a marketer? Enter visual branding graphic design. Watch this. Nike has the swoosh. Apple has, well, a bitten apple. The missing piece is probably sold separately like all their accessories. And me, well, personally, I have Yardman. Yo, big up to my graphic designer, Chris. In fact, there are few Caribbean artists who have a consistent visual identity that is synonymous with their brands. Oh, you mean you don't know? I am Yardman Ethan, and I am here with 2B Caribbean, your host for Music Mondays. And today we're going to be discussing our top 5 methods on how to implement visual branding into your branding strategies. Number 1. For visual branding, we need visual brands that are easy to understand. In other words, trim the fat like an oxtail bone. If you have any small details on your visual brand that has nothing to do with the overall message of what you're trying to have your brand portray, you probably don't need it. Keep your brands simple. Simplicity is key. If it is something that you can do without, cut it off. Like bush in your yard, take your lasso and cut it off. Number 2, you need to be consistent. Now, some artists, some marketers may have multiple different images that they use for visual branding. The issue that comes with having multiple different visuals, it may confuse customers. You need a brand that customers are able to identify with being synonymous with who you are. If you have 5, 10, 15 different images, it may become confusing. Tip number 3, you need to relate with your audience. Now, I know some people want to be liked by everybody. Reality is, you can have people who like you and people who don't like you. When building a brand, you need to be able to produce content that your audience is going to want to consume. You can't please everybody in this world. So it's very important to know what type of images, know what type of content that your consumers want, what your consumers yearn for, what they need, the type of gravy they want on them rice. Tip number 4, you need to create a statement about your personality. You need to put your own personal spin, put yourself into this brand. By putting a piece of yourself into this brand, you create your own type of uniqueness about it. And uniqueness, being able to stand out, is very, 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 very important. If you're not standing out, you better sit down. Once you know your audience and once you know what they want in your brand, put a little bit of yourself in there so that when they consume your work, they know exactly who it is coming from. Uniqueness. Tip number 5, support a broader marketing strategy. It's one thing to create a brand, it's one thing to create a nice logo, right? But imagine, what if artists provided more than just songs and covers? What if they started tapping into where more money is? Say, I don't know, merchandise. What if I made more than shirts? What if I were, for example, say me, what if I told more than jokes? What if I sold merchandise? You can click the link in the description below at Local Motive Tees. Support me, help me pay my bills, please. And tapping into merchandise gives our artists another form of passive income. I mean, who doesn't want to sit on their couch and make money knowing the fact that you're going to have thousands of fans eating up your merchandise? So remember, it takes less than 10 seconds. How can you create a marketing strategy that will resonate with your potential audience to potentially craft more streams of income? It may be time to put your graphic designer to work. So that's it for this video. Do me a favor, comment down below which Caribbean artist you think has a strong visual branding strategy. You don't know. My name is Yardman Ethan, you can subscribe to my YouTube, please, and watch my videos. And you can follow me on these social media platforms. Oh, camera still rolling? Oh, yeah, and only can buy my shirt them too, please. Yeah, cause you know, food need to eat, and money need to make it. Don't know the thing said. Bars.